headed down to Laredo, Texas. Going from Fort Wayne, Indiana down to Laredo, and they got called off. So sometimes when you're trucking, especially with a company with like at least a few hundred trucks, you'll get a message saying that you have to go swap trailers with somebody because like they can't get their loading on time, they gotta go home for their time off, stuff like that. So that's what happened. Some guy needed to have time off, so we swapped trailers. So instead of going down to Laredo, I got as far as Dallas, and now I'm headed to South Carolina, pretty close to the Atlantic coast. And we got one of those pretty fortunate timings again, because that means I get to take I-20 through Shreveport, Louisiana. And we know it's in Shreveport. We got the Horseshoe poker room on the river. Flying east on I-20 right now, 65 miles an hour. Gonna be able to get into Shreveport before 3 p.m. Yeah, before 3. Got like a 3-mile walk to the casino though. I could take a taxi. Oh fuck. Some debris in the road. Yeah. Sometimes you can't avoid debris. It was a tire tread. We call them gators because they look like dead alligators sitting in the road. So here's our truck stop. I mean, a place I would have never found if it weren't for my Trucker Path app. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna just kind of head straight towards downtown. I'm not going to the Horseshoe this time. I found out that the El Dorado also has a poker room, and it's like more than a mile closer, so no 3.5 mile walk. We're looking at like 1.75 mile walk. So we chopped that tournament 5 ways. I was fine because I was in 4th place and only 3 got paid. So buy-in for the buy-in was $70 plus a $50 add-on. So in for 120, out for 365, and I made another 300 plus so far in the cash games. Okay, we're in Rock Hill, South Carolina, a little small town, and we're getting unloaded, and then we're gonna go pick up a trailer and go to Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, which is like right by the place I grew up, Oconomowoc. So I didn't know that we went there at all. I went there a couple times with my old company, but never with this company. So it's this like big place like out in the middle of like nowhere, which is what is like really easy. Like the rule of thumb is like the more isolated the place is and the bigger it is, the easier the drop off. Like you're not gonna hit any like tight turns and shit like that, and it's really simple. The wait times can get like kind of long, but it's fine. There's like no stress. So it's like 5 p.m. I need to get to bed, and I'm getting up at like 1 a.m. maybe like 1:30. The place where I'm picking up my trailer is 24 hours, so you just go in, you unhook from this trailer, pick up my new preloaded trailer, and you go. So yeah, it should be like a 3-day trip up to Wisconsin. Alright, I'm off to bed. Let's do it. People ask me, what do you like most about trucking? The scenery, riding up high in a 70-foot long missile, meeting interesting characters along the way. I nod my head, as each of these are constant, unconditional perks of the job. But in the end, all the perks, high points, pros, or whatever else you want to call the good things about the job, it all boils down to one thing that I now have and never want to give up. Simplicity. Get the load, drive the load, make the delivery. The rest is up to me. Podcast marathons, card rooms, long walks to local restaurants. Then, pulling the shades of my cab and pretending it's midnight as I hunker down and watch Hitchcock. Then, wake up, drink 16 ounces of black truck stop coffee 4 hours before the sun comes up, and do it all over again. Sometimes you end up just a few miles from home, but you know you gotta be on the other side of the country in just 4 days. So this is not something you want to get in your eyes. You can see right here in the nozzle that like white crystallized stuff. This stuff is really nasty in liquid form, but what it does, it makes the exhaust a lot cleaner, a lot less harmful when it comes out of the top rear of your tractor. And you're not supposed to drive without this stuff, so. But a few gallons goes a long ways. You don't have to fill up on this stuff any more than about once a week. Alright, these are the showers at the Flying J truck stops. It's all kind of the same wherever you go. It's not bad, actually. Really good shower heads, good water pressure. It's clean. I really need a shower. So I've got like 1,400 and some miles to go, and here's my computer here in the truck. So I just went on duty here. That means that I'm doing something that's truck related work, but I'm not driving. Alright, so duration, that's how long I've been on duty. And let's go to summary real quick. This kind of tells you everything you need to know for the day and for your trip. So since I've taken my 10-hour break, my 8 hours is all full. When that runs out, I got to take a 30-minute break. Well, I got to take that break before that runs out. So once you log on for the morning, that starts. I can go off duty, I can do whatever, but once 8 hours is up from the time that I log on, I have to take a 30-minute break. 11 hours of driving, that only starts ticking down and only ticks down when I'm driving. 14-hour duty. So I logged on duty at whatever time it was this morning, and it doesn't matter if I spend a bunch of time on duty, off duty, whatever. As soon as 14 hours hits from the moment that I logged on duty, I have to take my 10-hour break. And this is the most important one. This is the one that you really have to manage. It's just 70 hours. You get 70 hours of on duty or drive time in the course of 8 days. So, good here. So the idea is to be on duty an average of about 8.5 hours a day, and that'll get you about 70 hours over 8 days. So as you can see, I got plenty of time. Bye.